going twice.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful. Where you joining in
How are
from, my queen?
you? Connecticut,
What part of Connecticut?
Fairfield, Connecticut.
Fairfield is closest to what major city? Is that Hartford or another city? Where you at? Bridgeport, Hamden? Where you at?
Um, Not far from Bridgeport though.
Not far from Bridgeport. I got you, my
Mhm.
beautiful queen.
Okay.
What's on your mind today?
Okay, so I've been on TikTok just browsing through a few lives and having a few arguments because I feel that black Americans are not being seen in a political stance. Like we have skin folk in office, but they're not black Americans, but they're speaking on our issues as if they are our voice and how
Mhm.
that is wrong. And when I speak something about it, everybody's having a problem with it. Like it's a major issue for us
Okay.
because you don't have the
Let me
black
give you my
experience.
perspective, and I like to get your insight on my perspective because I'm a Pan Africanist. I come from a different angle, so I see all African people as family, no matter where they come from. Right. With that being said, yes, one race. With that being said, I see nothing wrong with each branch of the family handling their own private business as long as it doesn't take away from the collective unity of the entire family. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a grandmom who had 10 kids, right? Each child has their own family. They got their own children, they got their own grandchildren. It is a
Mhm.
time and a place for each child to be with their own children, handle their own issues in their own house, right? So what goes on in my brother's house is my brother's business. It is not my business. What goes on in my sister's house is my sister's business. It's not my business unless they come to me and ask me to get involved. But at the same time, they still my family. We not enemies. I don't have to disassociate from them. I don't have to demonize them. I don't have to weaponize my experience against them. We still one family. My issue with some American Africans, because I do not use the word Black American at all. I am an African. I am an African in America, American African. That's me. So, for us who are the descendants of the Africans who built this country, who have a unique history in America, a unique situation, I see no problem with us saying, hey, we got some issues that our African immigrant brothers and sisters cannot represent us on because they haven't walked in our shoes in this country these past 400 years, right? I don't
Yes.
have a problem with that. I do not have a problem with that. When you say that there are African immigrants in public office, okay, who are speaking for the American African, I don't have a problem with that if they're speaking for me appropriately. But in addition to that, we should also have American Africans who know the struggle speaking for us. So I agree with you that, let's
It
say,
doesn't seem to be they don't seem to be the ones
no, but
that
let me
get in
finish
those
this point. Let me
positions.
finish this point, and I'm coming right to you so you can speak.
Okay.
If you say, Dr. Umar, I need more American Africans represent me in a political theater, I'm with you, right?
Yeah.
American, I'm with you. But I'm also going to tell you, don't demonize the African immigrants who are there. The problem is not that they're there. The problem is we don't have more American Africans speaking up. You see what I'm saying? In other words, I'm not going to demonize an immigrant African for winning a political office, okay? As long as they're not working against me. Now, if they're working against me, I'm going to identify and I'm going to isolate them. You understand me? Even though I'm a Pan-Africanist, I expect every branch of the African family to support every other branch. So if one of my Nigerian African brothers comes to America and starts acting like a coon, I'm going to publicly identify and I'm going to isolate. If I catch you, my sister, demonizing and disrespecting immigrant Africans, I'm going to identify you and isolate you as a coon. So the rules do not differ for me. Respect everybody's right to represent themselves. That's what you're saying. I want American Africans to represent American Africans. I agree with you. I have no issue with that. But then if you turn around and say that immigrants are my enemies, that's where I have to draw the line with you because the immigrant Africans are not my enemies. They are only 3% of all Black people in this country. They are the lowest immigrant pool, one of the lowest immigrant pools in this country. Most of what we built is not being taken by African immigrants. It's being taken by Latinos, feminists, LGBTQs, and ethnic white minority groups who we never talk about. So my thing is, let's not unfairly dump on the African immigrant population when you got all these other immigrant groups who have stolen and ciphered off of black people, and we say nothing at all. I ain't heard nobody talk about how the LGBT have siphoned off of the black struggle. I don't hear nobody talking about how anti-black Latinos, not the African Latinos who identify with us, but the anti-African Latinos, nobody talks about how they have siphoned off of the black movement as well. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are with all people who have immigrated here and
Okay.
are not for the benefit of black Americans who are here.
Okay.
I'm not narrowing it down just to Africans.
Okay.
I'm just, to me, I haven't seen where it has benefited the black community personally.
Okay, I got you. And I
lived here for over 40 years, so that's my
your
observation.
opinion. There's one more thing I want to give to you, though. I want to make sure that the American African family, which I am a part, we need to make sure, my queen, that we are not always operating from victim consciousness or deficit perspective. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. I think sometimes we can operate from victim consciousness in deficit perspective too much. I want to give you an example. We are a $2 trillion economy, right? We spend $2 billion on Air Jordans a year. We spend $4 billion on liquor a year. Black women spend nearly $30 billion, mostly black women, black men in there too, but mostly black women, $30 billion on the beauty industry. From the products, to the services, to the shampoo, the oil, the lotion, the shea butter, blah, 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 blah. Let me ask you a question. If we were in a position of power in this country, power, let's say we owned some black Wall Streets. Let's say we owned our own beauty supply. Let's say we had our own. We
used to.
Stay with me. You're right. And we still got a few small ones. Let's say we had our own hospitals. Let's say we had our own neighborhoods. Let's say we could put our own children to work. Let's say we had our own manufacturing. We have our own security. We have our own distribution. We are electing our own officials who we finance and control, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume that that was the reality for a minute. Do you think African immigrants would be acting differently towards us if we were in a position of power?
My stance is not directed
Stay
at
with my question. No, stay with my question. If we were operating from a position of power, Africans who come to America from the Caribbean, from the UK, from Canada, from the continent, from South America to Central America, from the South Pacific, from Australia. If we were in a position of power in America, like the Chinese are, like the Jews are, like the Arabs are, like the East Indians are, like the Anglo-Saxons are, if we were in a position of power, my queen, hypothetical question, if we were in a position of power, do you think African immigrants from around the world would treat us differently? Yes or no?
I would say yes, because when they get here, they stay to themselves. They don't really try to come together and be with us. They separate themselves.
I want you to finish that, but they would treat us differently. So let me ask you a question.
They do it now.
Let me ask you a question. If you were an African, let's say you went to Australia, or you went to London, or you went to Canada, from the United States, you are an American African immigrant into another country. And you saw when you got there, the black people there had no power, controlled no industries, senselessly waste their wealth with the same white people who they want reparations from. Do you think you would be eager to become a part of them? Yes or no?
Yeah, because I'm going to be with my people. That's just who I am.
Okay, so you saying you're going to ride out regardless. I'm
going to be with my people.
That's how
try to change how they think.
Do you think most American Africans would do that?
The ones I'm around, I can't speak for everybody else.
I don't think you're being honest when you say that. I don't think no group of any people, not just blacks, I don't see no group of any race going to a completely different continent, seeing their people there in a servitude, unempowered position, and be in a rush to identify and help them. Nobody does that. Generally, nobody does that. The reason I'm bringing this up, Queen, is, in my opinion, and we can agree to disagree, but in my opinion, our issue is not how the African immigrants treat us. Our issue is how we treat ourselves. And our issue is we have allowed ourselves to remain at the bottom when we clearly have the ability.
See, what you're saying right there is wrong, because that's the mindset they have, that all Black Americans don't have anything. That's the wrong mindset.
Listen to me. If we are trying to empower ourselves as American Africans, if we are trying to empower,
don't identify as that.
Let me finish. Well, right, I'm American African. I'm not a Black American. So
Okay.
yes, we definitely going to disagree on that. So if we are trying to empower ourselves, I'm not worried about the immigrant African because I'm too busy empowering myself. See, I'm worried about the immigrant African because I think he's going to get some of my crumbs that the master throws off his table onto the floor. Crumbs. Because
no, it's not about that.
Okay, so then what is your issue then?
First of all, I said I'm not narrowing it down to just them. I said that at least 5 times.
But you started out with them. Your initial comments.
I started out with, I don't see the representation of us in office. That's what I started off as.
You mentioned African immigrants. You didn't mention anybody else. You were specific to Black immigrants.
I said immigration is bad. It does not help Black Americans, period. Black African immigrants are not the only immigrants that are
I understand that, but that's not what you said in the beginning. Okay. But go ahead. That's not what you said in the beginning.
So I'm not narrowing it down or picking on any particular group of people.
But wait, time out. Let me clarify something, if I can. I said I identify as American African. You said you identify as Black American, and I respect your right to identify.
Yes.
Oh, stay with me. You do not identify as an African, correct?
No.
Well, then that's the problem then. Stay with me then. You don't see them as your family anyway. So it don't even matter.
You're older than me. You're older than me, so you used to hear them say,
you're Black.
You're not
an African, you're Black. So when you see an African immigrant, in your mind, you have no associated with them at all. Ancestrally, culturally, historically, nothing. So it's
they told me that.
So I'm not talking about what they told you. I'm talking about you. Stop passing the buck. We're talking about you. So then, if you do not see them as family on any level, then I see why you are adversarial towards them, because to you, they're no different than any other group. And if they're no different than any other group, why are you not also holding the other groups as accountable as you're holding the Black?
I speak against it all.
Your opening statement was about Black immigrants. Can we be honest about that?
But you didn't let me finish. You took on my question, but you didn't let me finish the whole entire thing.
Okay, Michael. Yes, Michael. Okay.
So my stance is against anybody that comes here and tries to undermine what Black Americans have already done. I'm against. It don't matter if you Haitian, Asian, Indian. If you undermine what my people have fought for, bled for, been beat for, jailed for, hung for trees for, I'm against you. It doesn't matter if you're Black or Asian. I'm against it.
Originally, you only pointed out Black people, and the reason I'm pointing that out.
But I had to finish.
Well, you could have said it then when you said Africans.
It's a long
my point is the Black Americans, as I'm going to call y'all, and I'm going to distinguish Black American from American African in that although we're the same people, we have different mindsets. So the American African are those who see all Africans as part of our family, even if we take issue with them. Whereas the Black American, y'all see them as a completely different group. That's fine. But my issue with y'all is y'all pick on them exclusively. And I ain't heard y'all do nothing yet about the homosexuals exploiting the Black power.
Yeah, because they got all the rights when Obama was in.
About the Latinos.
They got all the rights when Obama was in.
About the white immigrants. All y'all talk about is African immigrants who are only 3%. That is not your problem. Our problem is us.
Dr. Umar, who gave the homosexuals all the rights when he was in office? What was his nationality? He was an African and half white. Obama. He gave them all the rights. Nothing for us.
Yes, Barack Obama proliferated it and popularized it. Can I ask you a question? Who voted for Barack Obama?
I did not.
Who voted for Barack Obama? Overwhelmingly Black people. It was the highest turnout
because he was portrayed as a Black man.
No. Don't make excuses. Did your black Americans put Obama in office? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I
Answer the
don't read it.
question.
I don't have the
Answer
numbers.
the question. Did they or did they not give him the highest voter turnout for a presidential election in American history? Yes or no? Yes.
They did.
And when he ran a second time, did they not do it again?
I don't know about
So
the
my
second
question,
time.
black Americans, is why didn't you hold Barack Obama accountable instead of standing by celebrating him? I held him accountable. I'm one of the only voices
and a
who held
lot
him
of us
accountable.
did, but there's not enough of us who did. That's the issue.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we should be focusing more on trying to control the behavior of African immigrants over which we exercise no power? Or should we be focusing more on channeling our $2 trillion into making ourselves into a superpower in this country? Where would you like to put your energy? If those were your
I would like to put my energy on getting minds to stop shopping at these people's stores who come into our community
I want you to answer
and
my
do
question.
nothing for.
You did
That's
not
my
answer my
stance on
question.
it. I answered it.
You did not answer my question.
That's my focus.
You did not answer my question.
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask it again.
Go ahead.
Do you think we should focus on fighting and attacking? Okay, we?
Mm-hmm.
You said we. You said that to say what?
I'm not attacking anyone, Dr.
No. You said we. What did you mean by we?
You said
interrupted
we.
me and said we. Did
you said we should focus more on.
No, stay with right. Did you say we as to say that you and I are not the same? Is that why you said we? I just want to clarify.
No.
Okay, because I thought that's what you was trying to say.
No.
Okay.
No.
So my question is, would you rather focus on trying to stop the progress of African immigrants in America, or should we focus on using our $2 trillion in spending power to build ourselves into a superpower in this country? Which do you prefer? What do you think is the better use of our energy?
Of course, the economic part.
So why don't we focus on that?
Who said we all have to speak for ourselves individually?
Can you name me a single leader of the Black American We Hate African Immigrant Group that is
I don't hate Africans, so don't put that on me.
Listen, I'm not saying you, but you clearly got an issue with them. But I
said anybody that undermines the Black American experience. Anybody.
That's not what you said in the beginning. But listen to what I'm saying. Can you name me a leader, or an organization that has an issue with African immigrants who are trying to build a relevant institution for Black people? Give me someone who has an issue with African immigrants who are doing something to create an institution for the American African people. Can you name me one person doing something of significance besides complain about African immigrants? Can you name me one person?
Well, this is a new journey. So, of course, like anything else, they have to start somewhere. And I guess it's going to start by, and stop saying I hate Africans, because I never said that. I never said that. I said I hate anybody that undermines. I want to give the clarity. I never said I hate a specific group of people. I said anybody that undermines our people, I don't agree with.
I appreciate your clarity. Now, getting back to the question, can you name somebody who has an issue with African immigrants who are doing something besides talk to empower the American African people using our own money? Who?
Well, there's a lot of people.
Who's building a relevant institution for the Black American?
He's not on my neck. He's not actually. No, I'm talking about whoever's in the comments.
Don't worry about the comments, my friend. Yeah. I got all type of coons in there. I got Zesty Fest. I got bunnies. I got all kind of stuff in there. Don't worry about them. If you look, don't look at the comments. Okay, I attract all kind of flies from the shit stack.
It's crazy. We can have difference of opinion.
Yes,
that's
we
the
can.
thing with
and
people.
I love you, my sister.
They don't think that you can have a difference of opinion and still be cool with somebody.
Yes, we are. We are good. We are family. We are family.
They gotta grow up.
I agree with you, my queen. Now, to my question, who is building an institution rather than worry about the African immigrants? Do you know somebody who's doing that? Because I don't know of anyone. Without white money, independently without white money. Who?
I know of a few.
Can you give me
But I can't
somebody?
put their names out because they're
Okay, I
gatekeeping.
got you. I
They're
got you. I got
gatekeeping their
you.
things
Okay,
right now.
okay, okay.
So I
So
can't do that.
to be seen, right? I
To
respect
be
that. To be,
safe.
oh, no, no, I respect what you're saying. I'm saying to be
Yeah.
seen. We will see it eventually.
Yeah.
So, okay, okay. I want to thank you, my sister. You are my sister. I love you, and I will die for you. And I love those lips. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Enjoy your day, baby. Enjoy your day. All right, all right.
Our hoodies are back, fresh and cozy. The cool weather is here, and so are your favorite style hoodies, back just in time for the holiday season. Made with comfort, culture, and confidence in mind. These hoodies make great gifts for friends, family, or yourself. Rock them through fall, winter, and the holidays. Because comfort should always come with style. Why, you'll love them. Urban-inspired design, unisex perfect for both sizes small to 4X limited. Our inventory is limited, so don't delay. Once they're gone, they're gone. Order today at nightanddayherbals.com.